Listen, man, listen. Good morning. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network, biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. For those of you who are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, follow, share, like, and subscribe. Yeah. And that's because we talk about motorcycle club news, biker news, first things in the mornings. And then sometimes we also talk about motorcycle club protocol and the biker lifestyle and culture at 10 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday, except for when I'm late. And today I was trying to get on, but you know, being in a motorcycle club, there's club business. And one of my club brothers called me and we had to talk. And this is the thing. You just never really actually leave the club. It is, I don't know, the club takes over everything when you're in it. It's just like that. For me. Now, some of you guys know people who ain't quite with it like that. But most folks in the club are. So anyway, getting to my show today, so we got another biker who was very seriously injured in Oklahoma. And I was just in Oklahoma. You guys that know me know that I'm actually from Oklahoma. Let's see. We had a biker injured. Let me see if I can find that. I had that story. Where is that story? Okay, there we go. That's it right there. And then also, there was another story this morning about another biker. So I wanted to tie these two stories in for something that I think it's important that we talk about, and that is, this is the summer, man. It's here upon us. But gas is high, stuff like that, and people's tensions are high. We got the monkeypox coming. Like, everybody's so screwed up, and what we're seeing here, this is a Oklahoma father of 2 killed in a deadly motorcycle crash. That's in Oklahoma as well. So, just in the past week and a half, just since Thursday, and then my brothers and sisters were run over in Oklahoma. We have to be thinking about a little biker safety. And we have to talk about things like, in Oklahoma, people don't wear helmets. We got to talk about things like, biker safety and all kinds of stuff. So let's just take a look at this story for a minute. Over, this one is in Georgia. Paramedics airlifted a Clermont man to the hospital after a fiery motorcycle crash Monday evening in White County. 49-year-old Bruce Morgan suffered second-degree burns in the single vehicle wreck on State Route 11 near Tommy Cowart Road. State troopers were pursuing Morgan just prior to the crash. So, man, bikers that run from cops, they hurt themselves, they kill themselves in very bad ways. Uh, but the Georgia State Patrol says they had already called off the pursuit when the wreck happened. And a lot of a lot of people uh, who run from cops, a lot of police departments have a policy of not chasing motorcycles for this very reason. A lot of times they will turn the chase off because if a bike wrecks, especially at high speed, it's almost always terrible. You lose a piece of you or something. The chase began shortly after 8 p.m. on May 23rd on Georgia 400. That's uh, that's just down the street from me, Georgia 400, near the Lumpkin County line, according to Corporal Cody White with the Georgia State Patrol, Post 37 in Cumming. A Dawson County Sheriff's deputy attempted to stop the 2001 Honda CBR for no tag. So that's another thing you guys do. I mean, you guys get real tricky with these tags. I remember in my day, we used to fold them underneath the back seat, kind of, or put them upside down, or all kinds of little tricky stuff we'd do back when I was riding race bikes. But this was kind of weird. They're trying to stop him for not having a tag. The biker, later identified as Morgan, slowed near the intersection of Georgia 400 at Burnt Stand Road, then accelerated and failed to yield. A state trooper who was following the sheriff's deputy activated his patrol lights and siren and began pursuing the fleeing motorcyclist on Georgia 400 north to Highway 115. Man, up there in that area, my God, it's some beautiful riding, bro. And that's the way we go to get to Helen. And I mean, you ride 400 all the way out, basically to where it ends, which might be Burnt Stand Road. I'm not sure. And then you have to go right or left. And one way it's going to a mountain range, and the other way is going to a mountain range. If you go right, you got to go through a bunch of cities and stuff. And there's just no way you're going to get away on a motorcycle because it's just straight roads until you get up near Helen. And that's when you get to circling around the mountain and on and on. And there's a whole bunch of, I don't see how you would think you could get away up there. I mean, it is straight and narrow, and there's plenty of places to get cops on that road between you and where you're trying to go. Interesting. But I guess if you live up there, maybe you know better than I do. TFC Boykin began having radio issues near the White County line and was losing visual of the motorcycle. That's absolutely possible because it is a long, straight line of farmland up there. And it is, I could see you losing sight of a motorcycle. Those roads, they just dip, and I mean, when we ride through there, my God, we are getting DOWN, getting down. But I don't see how you could really outrun that radio up there. I think that'd be kind of crazy. But anyway, he began losing visual of the motorcycle. TFC Boykin called the pursuit off via phone and radio at 2016 hours, 8:16 p.m. So the trooper that was or the person that was following them, he couldn't keep eyes on them. And if they weren't able to call, there's no way a patrol car is going to run behind a motorcycle up there. It ain't effing happening. Even if you got one of them souped up patrol cars, you're not going to run with a motorcycle because the way those roads kind of curve, and motorcycles, in those big curves, they lean and they grab speed. So if you didn't have the deputies that you could call to come help you out, I could see them calling off the police chase because he'd just be going too fast. And then you got all these side roads where all these farmers and stuff are coming out. Those people that live up there, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So he called off the pursuit. But now, if you're running like a bat out of hell up there, like we normally do anyway, if you're running like a bat out of hell up there, but you're running from something, you're not running safe. And running like a bat out of hell up there, your spidey senses have to be tingling. You got to know, you got to be looking. They got deer running around. They got everything to take you off your motorcycle. Anyway, approximately 7 minutes later, Georgia State Patrol reports the motorcycle crashed. And I could absolutely see how that could happen up there. According to the State Patrol, at the same time of the crash, Morgan was not being pursued by any other agency. So he was just off on the run, man, and lost control of that motorcycle. And I've ridden up there so many times and seen so many motorcycles wreck up there. If you're not on your A game, you're not, man, the road will just drop out from underneath you up there and you'll be airborne. No other vehicles were involved in the wreck. The motorcycle was engulfed in flames, and Morgan sustained second-degree burns. Air Life transported him to Grady Hospital burn unit in Atlanta with non-life-threatening injuries, says White. So basically, they transported him like maybe 75, 80 miles down to the Grady Hospital Burn Center, because he was way north. If he was in the area that I think he was in, he was north of the city by vehicle, an hour north of the city. This is where life flight is so important, because it probably took them 25 minutes to get him there. The Georgia State Patrol initially reported the pursuit started over a no registration violation, but included a registration number in its report. Asked about the discrepancy by now Hersham Corp, White responded the motorcycle was registered, but was not displaying a tag. The reason for the stop was no tag. Morgan faces several traffic charges, including fleeing and attempting to elude and driving on a suspended license. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you guys about, especially you young guys, about running from the police. Running from the police. You know, we just saw the kid down in Florida who was accused of running from the police. Now his attorney said he wasn't even in that, but they ran up, tackled him. His gas from his motorcycle spilled all over him. Deputy used a taser on him and caught himself and 3 or 4 other deputies afire. Kid's in the hospital now fighting life-threatening injuries. They had to put him in a coma, induce a coma on him. Bedrock said, "We've all done it, but stupid games can win stupid prizes." It's terrifying. It's terrifying out there to watch you guys do that. Black Dragon, you should watch the movie, dog. Give you a new outlook with your Belgian. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Goose. So, I don't know, man. The police radios move at the speed of light. Your bike is slower than that, says Jeffrey Nelson. Straight Jacket says, a Fayetteville cop helped me onto my bike at Doghouse Bar after a bad night of drinking. I don't remember the ride home. Wow. Crazy. We get away with a lot on these motorcycles, man. We get away with a lot until we don't get away. And that's what I want you guys to think about. Guys who are trying to run from cops, it's not a smart thing. It's a deadly thing. Bikers who run from cops get themselves killed. And we see so much going on the highway. Let's talk a few minutes about safety. Do you dress for the ride or do you dress for the slide? I can remember so many years. I've got a video of me standing up on my Goldwing doing about 95 miles an hour with my club brother behind me, and I'm standing up trying to fly. And on my head, I had one of those little plastic half lids. And every time I look at that video, I think to myself, what a damn fool coming off that motorcycle at that speed with your head hitting the ground over and over and over and over again. It's a good way to just really F yourself up. They used to have this thing called rotten.com. I wonder if it's still around. Any of you guys ever been to rotten.com? Is it still around? And rotten.com was like Faces of Death. It showed all of these ways that people died. And one of the worst ones I saw on rotten.com was this motorcyclist who lost his face from the eyes down. And you could see his eyes were just, his eyes were like that big. You could see the fear and the horror in his eyes. And you could see that all of his teeth, like his jaw, part of his jaw was over here. There was like 2 teeth left on it, and part of his whole face was just, it looked like if you had a hand like this open, that's what his face looked like. And I was just wondering, like, what the hell took his chin and what the hell took all that off of him? Did he not have a helmet on? If that guy survived that, he will drink from a straw. Unless, like, maybe they find a way to put a face of a cadaver on him or something like that. I also see these guys that wear these tennis shoes on these motorcycles. The tennis shoes, like, you're wearing Converse. Like, do you do know Converse are like made out of paper, right? And rubber and stuff that just ain't fixing to help you if you have this motorcycle wreck. This stuff ain't fixing to keep your toes on your feet. So what kind of boots are you wearing? Do you have steel toe boots on? Do you have nice, hard, heavy leather shoes with, I know a lot of guys wear cowboy boots, and it's the funny thing about cowboy boots is that most cowboy boots are not capable. They will slide when you put your feet on the ground. You'll slide and fall on your butt. So are you putting the Vibra soles on the bottom of them? These are things that you have to think about. This guy James says, as a rider from Oklahoma, one of the 3 most corrupt counties, always fight back. The police here will beat you with or without a reason. They will arrest you for anything. They will beat your 80-year-old grandfather senseless and then tell the judge they saw them drop a bag of weed out of the car from 3.5 miles away. My advice, you see the red lights, treat it like the most important green light of your life. So James, James, I'm from Oklahoma. And in my day, cops would absolutely whoop your ass. I would think that it wouldn't quite be like that anymore. But growing up as a teenager, and I've said this before, it's just funny that you would say that. I've said this before, that I grew up in a town where the cops would absolutely beat you down in Oklahoma, especially in Lawton, where I grew up, a military town. I used to see that happen all the time. There's one guy I'll never forget. His name was Cash. He was a Native American, always drunk, always in trouble with the police, and they just didn't like Cash. And as 6-year-old, I saw them beat Cash at the fair in Lawton, chase him to a corner and beat him down. It was one of the first things I ever saw that was like, for a kid that was traumatizing, was the beat down of Cash. And I remember that, you see Cash around the neighborhood always snorting paint or something. But one thing, Cash was always nice to me. And I remember when they beat him so bad, and as they were putting him in the car, I was standing there with my mouth wide open, and Cash looked at me and he winked to kind of let me know I'm okay, little man. So yeah, that was my experience with the cops in Oklahoma growing up. I'm not saying all Oklahoma cops are bad or anything like that. I just know they would whoop your ass in a heartbeat. But I wouldn't say run from them when you see them. Oh, I see the red lights, it's a green light. Because, bro, running from them cops, it ain't good. It ain't safe. And when it winds up bad, it winds up bad for real. What boots do I wear? Straight Jacket asked me. I wear cowboy boots. Dan Post J-Toes. And I have, it's a good sturdy leather. I don't, and I also wear, what are they called? Some people might call them Mike boots, or Mickey boots that you get out of the military, with the below zero boots that you can wear in minus 32-degree weather, that have the lining, that not the lining, but the air insulate that keeps your feet warm no matter how cold it is outside. I wear those in the winter. And I also wear jump boots, paratrooper jump boots, that are steel-toed. All of my boots have, my cowboy boots, I get that Vibra sole put on them so that they have this big, thick leather, rubber sole that's about that tall, and they have the ridges in them. I'd show them to you if I had them close. So, I pay I don't know, $100 or so to have those Vibra soles put on them. They're called Vibrams or something like that. So those are the boots I wear. You're not fixing to catch me. You're not fixing to catch the Black Dragon wearing some crazy stuff. Now, there's a video of me floating around out there one time where I wore some sandals. I was just riding to the store and back. I thought that was really cool. I took that video and I was just riding to the store and back. And then I saw a video of a guy lose his toes. And I was like, that's it. Never again. Will you ever catch me like that? Fudiente says, I only wear boots if it's cold or rainy. I think that's crazy. Doc Martin Industrial Steel Toe. I had them when I was a field tech. Love them. Those are good boots and good shoes. And Doc Martin is a incredible brand. I was just about to ask about cowboy boots because I wear mine sometimes. What I like about cowboy boots and boots like that is they come all the way up to damn near like the middle of your shin. So you've got full leather coverage going on. I mean, they're covering everything. They've got your, one of the things that when you fall, sometimes the things that are out, like that bone on the left part of your foot, that bone will shave off as you're sliding down the road, or your elbow will shave off, and then you'll never be able to extend your hand again like that. That's what happens when you're sliding on your elbow for a quarter of a mile. It starts off that thick and it ends up this thick. So these boots that are covering all this, they keep those little bones from sticking out, from shaving down. This guy wears a nice, good pair of flight deck boots, steel-toed Docs or Wolverines for me. No, Black Dragon, I'm guilty. I wear red Vans, low tops when I ride. Maybe I'll go look at some boots. I think, man, if you're wearing that, I think you're crazy. You're telling me you don't want your damn feet. Man, when your foot comes between the motorcycle and the asphalt and the motorcycle's resting on you, it's not hard for the skin to separate. And now you ain't got no foot no more. Just stub your toe and see how that feels. Kerry Von Erich, the wrestler, lost his foot riding barefoot. I did not know that that's what happened to one of the Von Erich boys. Well, they were some damn good wrestlers. I used to watch them all the time. I have a very good friend that took a mailbox to the face in a curve going way too fast and got away from him. He's got a beard like mine just to cover it up, but he lived to tell the story. A mailbox to the face, that's crazy. 94 people in the chat, 10 likes. Take a minute to hit that like button. Thank you, Heather Moe. Tell them, hit that like button, folks. Definitely Roblox bikers. It ain't good, Uncle. 35 to 40 years ago, the Philly PD would definitely whoop your butt. See, Ruger. Yeah. Goose says I wear Timberland Pros. Usually I wear Adidas. You know, I don't know about the Timberlands. They look like soft leather to me. I've never had a pair, so I don't know about Timberlands. I couldn't speak. To me, I'm old school, black leather, hard kind of boot in my mind. But I see a lot of people with Timberlands on. They could be better than tennis shoes. I don't know. I wear nothing but tall composite toe Harley Davidson riding boots always. So, you know, these are people. This guy wears steel toe combat boots. Bats does. In Rochester, New York City, is a can't chase. They need to call in the state PD. That gives off-road ATVs a head start to drop into gear and disappear. I like the can't chase things because, you know, nothing hardly good comes from chasing a motorcycle. But it does happen. The thing that got me to stop running from the cops is that the last time I did about 5 or 6 years ago is that I caused a car to get in an accident. They were okay, but it changed my perspective. You know, if you're a person that cares about other people and you know that you acting a damn fool, cause somebody to wreck and maybe die, it might change your opinion. You know, a lot of us bikers, we're renegades, man, and we just do some renegade type stuff. And a lot of us, we don't like authority, and I ain't stopping for the police. I stop. Well, I'm 59 years old, man. Recovery for me ain't like it is for you young folks that just, you know, fall over and jump back up. And I fall over and my knees hurt, my ass hurts, my neck hurts, my mind hurts. Getting up off the ground is tough for me. Papa Renegade wears jump boots. Goose says dress for the slide, not the ride. These are important things. What does dress for the slide, not the ride means? There's only two kind of bikers: those that are going down and those that will be going down. Those that have gone down and those that will be going down. And when you hit one category, then you move to the next. Once you fall, now you move back to the category of those that will fall again. This is true. So it's important that you understand that you need to dress for the very worst. I wear in the winter, I'll wear a heavy leather jacket. In the summer, I'll wear a mesh jacket with a lining because it gets cold at night. But that mesh jacket is amazing because when you take it off, the wind blows through, the sun is off your arms, and you're catching some wind. But if you fall, that jacket is designed, and it's funny. Did you know that most mesh jackets are only designed for like 40 miles an hour? Did you know that? And so if you fall off your motorcycle at 100, a lot of time, depending on the mesh jacket you have, it ain't fixing to to really protect you all that much. That's why I look at the ratings on those things, and I buy the best one possible, which is, those mesh jackets when they get up there like $400 or $500. They're supposed to be better than the $120 40-mile-an-hour mesh jacket. Drop a gear and disappear playing with these Hellcats out here. And that's another thing. Some of these cop places do have those Hellcat Chargers and Challengers, and they're out there. These are young guys, and I said this yesterday. These are young guys in these police departments, and a lot of these guys have that testosterone flying. Like when they went and got that kid and burned him up, they were out of their jurisdiction. They wasn't letting it go. C. Ruger says, I used to wear Harley boots, but they suck. I'm wearing a pair of Milwaukee boots, which feel great on my feet. Red Wing steel toe shoes. These are people telling you. I finally caught you live. This is Lil Rock from Flaming Lights, Washington, D.C. chapter. What's up, Flaming Lights? What you guys think? Second to none? Is that what it is? Good to see you guys out there, man. Black Dragon, do you know of any Oklahoma Tulsa motorcycle clubs worth a look? Oh, absolutely. I know a lot of great motorcycle clubs in Tulsa and Oklahoma. So that's my email address, and blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. Give me a holler. Yeah, I know a lot of great motorcycle clubs out there in Oklahoma. Great clubs. Ouch, man. Been a flight paramedic in the military and have seen these types of bike accidents. All of them the same. Wear your dang boots. This is from Iron Mike Hips. He says, wear your dang boots. He says he's seen this before and they're all the same. And it has to be for these guys that work in this profession. Also, wear your gloves. Having gloves on. My brother that just got in a wreck talked about, my brother Joker talked about sliding on the ground and his gloves being torn completely up, but his hands are okay. Man, that asphalt out there, it ain't no MF joke, man. It's real. It is it'll make a believer out of you. Philip says steel toe boots always. Asphalt said Asfat 12 says Red Wings also, they just feel heavy compared to the docks. And yeah, these guys are all talking about these boots. I was told not to use steel toe boots. What's up with that? So it was also a train of thought that you don't wear steel toe boots because the steel toe can crush your feet if the wreck is bad enough, or cause you to lose your toes if the wreck is bad enough. So I used to hear that as well. C. Ruger, that was what was up with that. I don't know. I think it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. For me, I do have a steel toe boot that I wear, and I also have cowboy boots that don't have steel toes. I think the big thing is that you have some kind of protection. I think it's probably true that they can collapse and cut your toes off, but they can also save your toes as well. That's just kind of how you want to play that. But that's what that train of thinking came from. Anyone goes down in a reinforced jeans. Okay, let's talk about those. Now, those I haven't worn before. The Kevlar reinforced jeans. I haven't worn those, but because they want like $100 for a pair or something, $200, some crazy number. And I don't know. I'm not opposed to having them because I wear chaps, and the fallacy of chaps is your ass sticks out of them, right? So if you're sliding on your butt, chaps ain't doing you no real good. So the Kevlar jeans, and I would say Kevlar jeans with chaps would be really kind of cool. I'm all for it. I haven't actually worn any, but to me, I think that would be a good thing. This guy, Derek Lipscomb, says, I had a mentor rider back when I was stationed in Puerto Rico. He told me a story about losing his girlfriend while running from the cops. He didn't ride again, only worked on bikes. He's he stated that he was heavily indebted to get the parents because of his choice. Heavily indebted to the parents, I think, because of his choice. The look in his eyes at the time, I can still see. Some things you'll carry forever, like if you're running from the cops and you kill somebody. Reminds me of a good friend of mine named Ronnie Mack. We called him Ronnie the Mack, who killed a family when he was running from the police back in Oklahoma, where I came from. Never knew. I went to high school with him. I never knew whatever happened to him, except that I know that he did go to prison. Hell, he could still be there. I never knew what happened to him. But that was a case where somebody actually killed somebody while running from the police. This guy wears my club brother wears a flannel with Kevlar thread and reinforced Kevlar elbows at the back. That's what I'm talking about. I love my mesh jacket. Never knew about the ratings. Going to check mine. Yes, Heather Mo, check that to make sure that it meets. Like if you're riding and you never really ride over 50 or 55 or 60, then a 40-mile-an-hour rated Kevlar jacket might work for you. But if you're a big rider that's rolling at 120 all the time, you might need some heavier protection. I've seen Kevlar after a rider been down. They wear a little better than jeans. My wife has a pair, but she hasn't been down. They wear a little better than jeans. Interesting. Philip says Chicago cops won't chase you. They'll shoot you. Well, Chicago cops are under a little more, threatening situations than most of us. Timberlands are also awesome. Wore them for 15 years. So I don't know anything about the Timberlands, like I said. I do appreciate y'all today, says Fio Diente. Because my bike, my commuter, and y'all got me more cautious. He's a commuter. So for today, I'm rocking the boots. Thank you, guys. I hope you do. That's why we want to have these conversations. Derek says, I wear leather jackets with pads, riding jeans with pads, riding gloves with palm pads, riding boots. This is my gear, no matter the temperature. And I ride like that now. I didn't always, but I ride like that now. What I don't like is I don't like jeans. That's where I wear chaps, but in the summer, a lot of times I won't have chaps on. And it would really be cool to have maybe the Kevlar jeans, but this guy says they don't wear much better. So that's interesting. But pads are so important because they pad. You want to have pads in the places that will rub against the highway. Like you could just rub that off. If you rub that off, then you don't get to do this anymore. So you want pads there. All of my riding jackets have armor, what they call armor. My friend fell off a sport bike at around 5 to 10 miles per hour just from a start. He slid 10 feet and his entire back was scraped up. Doesn't take much. We had a Black Sabbath female rider. Her name was Gucci. She had a wreck at 25 miles an hour with no helmet. She actually spilled brain matter on the ground. And she was really messed up for a long, long time. until she got herself together just from a 25-mile-an-hour wreck. Dan the fireman here on YouTube has his smart rider classes and talks about gearing up a lot. So if you don't know about Dan the fireman, you don't know about motorcycle safety. This guy has a complete YouTube page and millions of viewers. And what he does is he does motorcycle wreck. I don't know, not reenactments, but he talks through these wrecks and what people did wrong and how they screwed up and what they weren't doing correctly and how you can do better. And I mean, it's just a very interesting show that he has. And I watch it often, believe it or not. I've taken many lessons from it. And his whole thing is safety, safety, safety. And we know him. I mean, we watch him. He's a good that you brought him up, River Matson. Good that you brought him up. Good show there, and I would recommend everybody go see it. I wear steel toes and gloves and leather vest. Absolutely. If the wreck is bad enough to crush steel toes, then without steel toes, there's only toes. I think that's a good one too. But somebody says steel toes equals loses your toes. AOA out of New York. Tim Fisher says that. And a lot of people believe that. So thank you, David Rude Boy Holmes. I appreciate that, man. Just became a dinosaur in the biking community. I just purchased a Harley trike. That's all right, man. You're still riding. Aunt Squirrely, how you doing? She says Kevlar jeans are hot as hell in the summer. I would not doubt it. The more you spend on the jeans, the higher the slide rate. Oh, there you go. And I guess those Kevlar jeans must have a slide rating as well. I wonder how they test them though, right? Anyway, I wanted to spend some time to talk about this as I'm watching more and more people in these videos run from cops. It's kind of cool. Or crazy cool. It's kind of crazy. If you get away with it, I think you think it's really cool. But you know, it's how long do you get away with that? I bought an armor jacket on Amazon. It's called Jackets for Bikers. I would buy it again if anyone is looking for armor. I'll check that out. Dan the fireman scared me into being more cautious. His footage is great advice. Somebody said, who doesn't know Dan the fireman? You'd be crazy if you don't know him. Just sorry that happened, bro. You right, though. We do know the job was dangerous when we took it. Absolutely. I used to do that for a trucking company I drive for. Let me see. I'm just trying to. I crashed a built Busa at 245 miles per hour, leather jacket and no helmet, and walked away with a shattered C2 and a busted arm. I was lucky to walk away. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about Moto Madness or Biker Z. I'll check them out. They have crash content. I've never seen Moto Madness or Biker Z. Wow, they sound cool. Gear is awesome, but some people think it will save them. It helps, but it won't save you. I know. So let's talk about that for a minute. You know, it's sad, but that gear ain't going to save you in a real bad wreck. It'll help. But a helmet's not going to save you if you get crushed between an 18-wheeler and another 18-wheeler. So you should think about that before you go shooting down the middle of them. It's all so cool till it ain't. It's all so perfect till it ain't. You can try to outrun. Guest says you can try to outrun the cops, but those radio waves will win that race all day long. They'll knock on your door a week later. This can happen. I've been wearing the Duluth Firehouse pants, riding for a few years. About the most comfortable and pretty damn good at holding up to the puncher and slide. Highly recommended. So I think we got through. Look at that. We got through all the comments. Coming back from Wichita, I hydroplaned at 85 miles an hour on my 92 FLHTC. The bars just slapped 10, 12 times. Thought I was going to die. Well, yeah, you will think you're going to die like that. Straight Jacket's laughing. I bet your ass took a bite off the seat. Bite out of the seat. Yeah, you suck in and you try to get that sucker. I've had that happen to me, and I've actually found myself putting my feet on the ground trying to keep that sucker up. Kind of scary. My show today really wants to get you guys to think. Really wants to get you guys to think about not running from cops. Take that ticket, man. You'll be much happier if you take the damn ticket and you live and you keep all your toes and stuff. Here, Oklahoma father of two killed in a deadly motorcycle crash in Edmond, Oklahoma, as police continue to investigate the Edmond crash that killed a motorcyclist. His fellow bikers are now determined to support his wife and two daughters he leaves behind. Eric Rainey and his wife were tight with their crews of bikers. Tragically, Rainey died in a motorcycle crash on Saturday. The 36-year-old was hit by an SUV as he rode southbound on Broadway Extension at 33rd Street in Edmond. I know exactly where that is, too. The 36-year-old was hit. One of Rainey's biker buddies, Tony Stewart, said their riding crew community immediately made the determination to support Rainey's family. So these are some guys that ride Harleys, and they're in some kind of a biker crew. We had help. We had to help his wife and two girls. They said they have a huge hole in their hearts and this big empty space in their lives. He explained, we care about them too much just to kind of move on. Stewart has started a GoFundMe campaign to support Rainey's wife and two daughters, ages 14 and 11 years old. The money will help the grieving family cover rent, utilities, groceries, and funeral costs. We're trying to do what we can to help her bridge whatever gaps there are. Stewart said, there's never going to be another normal, but that's the next step. Edmond police have not released any information about what caused the crash, only saying it's an ongoing investigation. This remains the case as of Monday. So it's very, very dangerous on these motorcycles, man. Listen, man, listen. It's dangerous on these motorcycles. So I want you guys to be careful out here. I want you guys to keep in mind that it's good to live to ride another day and try to be as alert as you can at all times. Looky here. We, as you know, have our GoFundMe for the Black Sabbath that had our wreck. Black Sabbath MC North Shore chapter fundraiser. The address, the URL is https://gofund.me/9 Charlie Bravo 4 Delta 464. We will this Saturday, we will be celebrating the passing of life this Saturday in Slidell at 3 p.m. we ask that you guys come and check us out, hang out with us. Um, the memorial will be, let me put the screen up. The memorial will be May 28th, 2022, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be laying to rest Melinda Fall Risk Shano, Leonard Cuban Lamar, Patricia Irish Lamar. That's the president and his wife, and Sister of the Cross Fall Risk. At the Abundant Life Tabernacle, 1701 Franklin Avenue, New Orleans, Louisiana. This will happen at the Holiday Inn and Suites, 372 Voters Road, Slidell, Louisiana, 800-465-4329. We'll be there at 3 p.m. Listen, I've been called from some motorcycle clubs to let me know they're coming. I know Pacific Protecting Battered Women Riding Club will be sending I believe their Texas chapters. If I heard from the national president yesterday, man, I just want to thank you all, everybody who comes to say goodbye to our brothers and sisters. We will just absolutely very thankful for all of your love and outpouring during this tragic time for us. After the memorial service, we'll have a repast back at the hotel where we'll have the food and friends and family, and everybody's welcome to come and just be with us during that time. We absolutely appreciate and love you all. So can't wait to see some of you guys there. We'll be excited to see you there with us. So that's what's going to be going on Saturday. And that sort of thing. Let's see. Surviving a wreck is like living from getting shot. The line between caution, skill, and I don't give a F get a little blurry, but it made me a better rider overall. I'll have to agree with that. Absolutely have to agree with that. Morning, Black. Good to see you on. So we will be celebrating the life of our members past this Saturday in Slidell, Louisiana. Hope to see you all there. And be safe on these motorcycles. I wish all of you the best life can offer. I respect you all. You too, Dragon. Well, thank you. And then I got a couple dragons down there. I wonder where you guys get those little symbols from. I never find those symbols. Okay, so that's it for me. I just want to impress upon you guys to ride like you got some damn sense, and running from the cops is fun. Makes you feel cool, a sense of elation, some thrill and excitement, man. I got skills. Got my riding skills. I'm together. I know what I'm doing out here. I'm the bomb. Evel Knievel has nothing on me until it goes south and you kill yourself and you burn up under your damn motorcycle. Or worse, you lose an arm or a leg or something, or you get crushed or something, or you spend a lot of time in prison. Running from the cops can get you real live actual prison time as a felony. Like the kid laying up in the burn center right now in Florida, they've got 2 felonies on this kid. So after all the recovery and all the surgeries and all the hell he has to go through, and maybe 6 months in the hospital or something, if he survives, they take him out and put him in prison. for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. Or maybe before he's fully healed, they put him in prison. And do you guys know what medical hospital stuff is like in jail? Like, I wouldn't think you're going to get like the best care. I could be wrong. The care could be like superb, but I just wouldn't think that you're going to get the best care. Somebody said Evil Knievel broke many bones and was in the hospital a lot. Someone told me he broke every bone in his body. I don't know if that's true or not. All right, man. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents down in the comment section below. I'm Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Someone says, what do you mean by get skinny? You guys, you know Biker Combat is back, right? And you're going to watch me lose a person. You're going to watch me lose a person. And that's what Get Skinny is about. It's about Black Dragon no longer being fat. All right? And you old fat bikers shouldn't be fat either. We should get skinny, get healthy, get skinnier, and live life as best we can. All right, man, get skinny and get the book. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book. Okay, here, let's check this out real quick. You know, I've been talking about my hero soap. I wanted to show you guys. Here's my empty bag of my hero soap. I actually use this stuff. I'm going to do a commercial with me in the shower. You guys will like that, won't you? Won't you guys like seeing me in the shower? I'm going to have a model with me, you know, some sort of maybe 2 or 3 models around me. I don't know if you guys remember the commercials that used to have Joe Namath in them. Great balls of comfort with Noxzema. You remember those commercials? Are you guys old enough for that? Where he had these models around him. He's in the shower and he's got this Noxzema cream. Yeah, so I'm going to do me some, you guys want to see me naked, right? So anyway, this Hero Soap Company, I use this stuff. They sent it to me. I used it. And it's awesome stuff. And what I like about it, and, you know, I'll just be kind of cool with this, is that it's manly. It smells good. They got all kinds of soaps. They've got lavender and all these kind of manly smells. Peppermint tea tree, peppermint cool, spearmint. The woods, they have body washes now, which is new for them. They didn't have the body washes when they first contacted me, but they got them now. What I like about these folks is that they give a percentage of their sales back to charities that are focused on helping veterans and first responders. So that's, they say, we want to thank you for helping us support our veterans. So if you, and first responders, so if you buy some of this soap, they're going to send, you can get a subscription. That's the other thing. You can get a soap subscription, like you can get a razor blade subscription. And if you buy their soap, a few things happen. One, they send, you get some soap to wash your ass. They get some money, that part of it they're going to give to veterans and first responders. And if you use the discount code Black Dragon, which is what we're hoping you use, they will give a percentage to us as well, which helps keeps the show supported. So good on them, good on you, good on us. And of course, you guys know I love these rings. My sister accused me of having demonic rings. How are you gonna accuse me? She told me she was terrified of my rings, and she said each ring was more demonic than the one that I would previously put on. Each one was more terrifying than the previous one. And I don't understand how she could say that about my rings. My rings are cool. You know, you got to have some cool rings if you're, these are my rings, man. Oh, so if you like rings, like I like rings, biker rings, you can go here to Gothic Rings, gthic.com. Just like with the soap company, if you use your discount code of Black Dragon, you get you a very cool discount, 20% in this case.
You are fake news.
Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.